Hello everyone. So today we are going to see topic as a distributed algorithm, which is again the part of the 6th unit. So what do you mean by distributed algorithm? So before proceeding with the distributed algorithm, before this what we have seen earlier, we have seen what do you mean by multi-threaded algorithm, right? So in case of distributed algorithms, what is the difference between multi-threaded and distributed one? Multi-threaded are nothing but they run parallelly, right? But in case of distributed, what happens? Distributed algorithms are those algorithms that in that case the work is distributed with different processors, right? So there will be multiprocessors, obviously compulsory, and let us consider this is one particular processor on which the main task is there. The particular task is already placed on that processor, so it is going to distribute into, consider, 4 processor. It will divide it into 4 processors. So what will happen here? So one task will be distributed, some part of it will be given to this particular processor, some part of it will be given to this, some part of this will be here, and some part of to the 4th processor. So this is nothing but what we are having, the distributed processor. In case of distributed processor, it is not like what we have seen the parallelism. Okay, in case of parallelism, what happens? Whatever the memory that is with the parent processor, that will be shared with all in case of parallel processing, right? But in case of distributed processing, what happens? The task is being divided into number of things, right? So it is like a multitasking, but actually it is nothing but you are going to distribute the work. Okay, so this is nothing but what we are having. So what are the actual applications of distributed algorithms? We are having distributed computing. Okay, so applications are distributed computing, then in case of telecommunication, all of you are aware about what we are having. Telecommunication, the particular signals are coming from one particular stream, and that stream will be again divided into n number of parts. So it will be given to one particular house, second house, third house, fourth house. So like this is again what we are having, the implementation of distributed algorithm. Then scientific computings, okay, like NASA or whatever the satellite communication is there. So whatever scientific communication, so that will have the scientific computing. That is nothing but another application of this. Then what we are having, distributed database system. In case of distributed database system, again it is a application of distributed algorithms, right? And real time process control, right? So whatever we are having the real time process control, so these are nothing but the applications of distributed algorithms. Okay, again there will be one more disadvantage of this particular distributed algorithm, is that if this particular task is depend upon this, so in that case this should wait for completion of this task, then and then it will start with this. So that is what we are having, the some lagging time for executing your particular task. So this is nothing but the one of the disadvantage of this distributed algorithm. Otherwise distributed algorithm is very much feasible one, because always we work on distributed one, which will give you the minimum time to execute your particular task. Okay, and it will require again memory is not shared. It's okay if you are having a very small application, then memory can be different with all the processors, and with number of processors you can work on it. Okay, so regarding to this, there is one more algorithm that is called as distributed breadth first search algorithm. Okay, so what is distributed breadth first search algorithm. So in this case, what we are having, all of you are aware about BFS. Okay, breadth first search is nothing but when we start to search something, so whatever all the adjacent edges, it will first check out with all the adjacent edges and then it will go to the next levels, right? So that is called as BFS. Okay, but in this case what we are having, you can see the same thing here, right? Distributed, here we are going to distribute the task. Here also BFS. First of all, whatever we are having, let us consider starting with distributed BFS. At very first time, this can be considered as one network. Okay, so consider one network which is connected strongly with each other. Okay. And according to that, what we require to starting point. At starting point will be, let us say this one is your starting point, right? So according to that, it will find out such a message which will be the next part of this in this sequence, which will be the next one. Okay, so let us have, this is your next part. Okay, so for finding it will send one particular part, one message to this particular node, second message to this, third message to this, and fourth message to this. Parallelly it is going to send the messages to all. Okay, so if it is found, then it is marked as a visited one. So let us consider it is found, it is marked as a visited. So whatever the unvisited vertices, so as it is visited one, again starting with unvisited one, again it will start to send the message with all. As it is visited one, then it will considered as this, then it will visited, then it is considered as this, then it is visited, then. So like that, all the edges are first marked as one. So as it is marked as one, that means it is already visited one, and after that it will start to execute the next level vertices or next level whatever the processors. These are nothing but the processors where we are going to send the messages to perform the particular task. So according to that, again it will send to another processor to perform its original task, and according to that it will give you the implementation of finally what we are having, BFS, right? So finally, like this, your BFS tree will be obtained. So what is the analysis of this particular, so how you are going to write down the algorithm will be in a simple thing. So in English like statements, you are going to write down this algorithm. So first step will be, at any point during the execution, there is a set of processors that is marked initially as, let us say, I0. Then second step is nothing but processor I0 sends search messages to all its neighbors. Third step is from round 2, that means from second step, if it is unmarked, then if unmarked processes receive search messages, it marks itself and chooses one of the processes from which it receives search messages as its parent, and then it sends the search message to all its, again, all next level neighbors. So like this, step 4 is nothing but finally a BFS tree is obtained, right? So according to that, you can write down this algorithm. Okay, and what is the analysis of this algorithm? As we are having concurrency, right, concurrent execution will be there. So we are having E number of, let us say the ages are E is considered for age, so always we are going to consider it as a determinant of E. So in case of analysis, what we are going to say, determinant of E will be the first thing on which your time complexity will depend. Another thing is E is the number of edges and B is nothing but the number of bits. So the processors are of how many bits? So again it depends upon, means your time complexity depends upon those number of bits. If the bits are greater, your time complexity will be lesser. Okay, so according to that, what it will have, E is the number of edges, and B is the number of bits, right? So according to that, what will be the communication, or what will be the finally the time complexity required to execute here this distributed BFS algorithm is nothing but big O of, that is square. Okay, why it is square? Because you are going to consider it with the multiple number of things. So either it will be considered as n number of edges, right? So it depends upon, we are going to consider it as square and multiply by bit. So either you can write this or directly E into B. So that can be what we are having the time complexity of your particular BFS algorithm. Okay, so this ends with your distributed BFS algorithm. Thank you all of you.